Ask any Formula One fan to name Spanish drivers, and they'll definitely say Fernando Alonso and Carlos Sainz. But guess what? They weren't the only Spanish drivers in F1 history. Who are these drivers? Keep watching this video to discover them all. Alex Palou, Daniel Juncadella, and Donny Clos only participated in Friday free practice sessions. As for Emilio Zapico, Jorge de Bagration, Julio Gonzalez Pola, Joaquin Palacio, and Juan Jover, they never managed to start a Grand Prix. To help you easily determine which drivers were more successful in Formula One, we've sorted them by the following criteria. First up are the drivers, sorted by the number of Grand Prix, who didn't score a single point in Formula One. Next, we have the drivers who scored points but never made it to the podium. And finally, our countdown of Spanish drivers concludes with those who reached the podium and claimed victories. Kicking off our countdown is Antonio Cruz, or Antonio Cruz y Ruben de Celis, who was born in Madrid on October 28, 1924. His Formula One career began at the 1960 Argentine Grand Prix, which also happened to be his last race. In that race, along with Gino Munarin, Ettore Chimeri, and Julio Gonzalez Pola, he was behind the wheel of a Maserati 250F. He started from 22nd position and didn't manage to finish the race. Antonio passed away on October 19, 1996, in his hometown of Madrid, at the age of 70. In his sole race, he completed 16 laps, covering a total of just 63 kilometers. In 12th place, we have Emilio de VILLOTA, who was born in Madrid on July 26, 1996. His debut took place at his home race, the Spanish Grand Prix in 1976, and he concluded his career at the Dutch Grand Prix in 1982. Throughout his career, he competed for various customer teams with names like RAM, Iberia Airlines, Centro Asegurador F1, Equipe Banco Occidental, and LBT Team March. His sole teammate was Loris Kessel. During his entire career, his best starting grid position was 23rd, and he managed a best finish of 13th. Emilio de VILLOTA competed in 5 Formula One seasons and entered 17 Grand Prix, but only managed to start 2 of them, failing to finish on 1 occasion. In those 2 races, he completed 120 laps, covering 535 kilometers. Even though he didn't finish one of those races, he was classified in 17th place. Back when Emilio competed, only drivers who scored points were classified in the season. Alejandro Soler-ROIG was born on October 29, 1932, in Barcelona. He debuted at the 1970 Spanish Grand Prix and concluded his career at the very same Spanish Grand Prix, but in 1972. Alex competed for well-known teams like Lotus, March, and BRM, and he had the fortune of racing alongside famous drivers such as Jochen Rindt, Ronnie Peterson, and the less-known John Miles, Nanni Galli, and Andrea de Adamich. His best starting position was 17th, but despite having more Grand Prix entries than de VILLOTA, he never managed to finish a single race. Over 3 years, he took part in 12 Grand Prix, managed to start in half of them, but never once saw the checkered flag. Across these 6 races, he only managed to complete a total of 120 laps, or 481 kilometers. Unlike the previous drivers, we can see that Alex consistently occupied spots at the back of the grid, only managing to break into the top 20 once. This race results graphic looks quite sad. Roberto MERHI Munton was born on March 22, 1991, in Benicàssim, Castellón. Roberto debuted 10 years ago at the 2015 Australian Grand Prix and chose number 98. He raced alongside Will Stevens for the underdog Marussia team and left Formula One at the end of 2015. He secured his best finish of 12th place at the British Grand Prix thanks to numerous retirements, and his best starting position of 14th at the Italian Grand Prix due to engine change penalties. Roberto only participated in 14 out of 19 Grand Prix in 2015 and failed to start once, in Australia. Thanks to good reliability and only one retirement, Roberto completed 737 laps in races, equivalent to 3,728 kilometers. Due to the team's form, his only rival in qualifying was his teammate Will Stevens, which resulted in him starting most Grand Prix from the back row. The same applies to his finishing positions. Their variety was achieved due to rival retirements and his position relative to his teammate. By the end of the season, Roberto finished 19th, outpacing his teammate and Alexander Rossi, who replaced him for 5 races. In 9th place is Adrian Campos, who was born on June 17, 1960, in Alcira, Valencia. Campos debuted at the 1987 Brazilian Grand Prix with the Minardi team and spent his entire short career there alongside Alessandro Nannini and Luis PEREZ-SALA. His Formula One career was short, ending at the 1988 Canadian Grand Prix after he failed to qualify for 3 consecutive races. During this period, his best starting position was 16th, and his best race result was a 14th place finish. Adrian Campos passed away at the age of 60 on January 27, 2021, in Valencia. Adrian Campos's career spanned 21 Grand Prix. He started 17 times and retired a significant 14 times. Due to these numerous retirements, he only managed to complete 433 laps, or 2,023 kilometers. Adrian Campos often had varied starting positions towards the back of the grid, with his favorite being 19th place, a spot he started from a remarkable 4 times. Besides his 14th place finish, Adrian also has a 16th place finish. Due to not finishing in the points, Adrian Campos was not classified in either of his 2 seasons. Despite his short Formula One career, Adrian Campos is a motorsport legend because in 1997, he founded Campos Racing. This team competed in many junior series and gave us drivers like Fernando Alonso, Marc GENE, Vitaly Petrov, Lucas Di Grassi, Sergio Perez, Alexander Rossi, Rio Haryanto, Roberto MERHI, Lando Norris, Jack Aitken, and Isaac Hadjar. Opening the top 8 of our improvised ranking is Luis PEREZ-SALA, who was born on May 15, 1959, in Barcelona, Catalonia. His debut Grand Prix was the 1988 Brazilian Grand Prix for the Minardi team, as Adrian Campos's teammate. After Campos's departure, his teammates also included Pierluigi Martini and Paolo Barilla. His best starting position was 9th, and his best finish was an impressive 6th. Despite these rather decent results, his career ended the following year, 1989, at the Australia Grand Prix. In his 2 Formula One seasons, PEREZ-SALA entered all 32 Grand Prix but only managed to start 26 times, retiring from 14 of those races. During this time, he completed 1,179 laps and 5,284 kilometers, which earned him 1 point for a 6th place finish at the 1989 British Grand Prix. Even though Luis PEREZ-SALA often started from the 3rd row, he managed to achieve some good qualifying results a few times. Luis PEREZ-SALA managed to finish in the top 10 4 times, which would now earn him a substantial 17 points. In 1989, Luis PEREZ-SALA was classified in 28th place. In July 2011, he became a sporting advisor for the Formula One team HRTF1 team, and from December 2011, he led this Spanish team. In 7th place is Marc GENE. GENE was born on March 29, 1974, in Sabadell, Catalonia. He debuted in Formula One at the 1999 Australian Grand Prix and had his last Grand Prix in Britain in 2004. He raced for the Minardi team, and also for the successful Williams team, driving for whom he achieved his best 5th starting position and 5th finishing position. Thanks to his longer career, he had many different teammates, including Luca Badoer, Stefan Sarrazin, Gaston Mazepin, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Ralf Schumacher. Marc GENE participated in Formula One for 4 seasons but only entered 36 Grand Prix because in 2003 and 2004, he was a reserve driver and only started when necessary. In those days, it wasn't as difficult to make it to the start of a race, so GENE started all 36 Grand Prix. Due to increased reliability standards, he only retired 14 times, allowing him to complete 1,738 laps or 8,539 kilometers and earn 5 points. GENE was an underdog for most of his career, so it's no surprise he mainly started from the back of the grid. Only his performances for the Williams team brought him high starting positions. In races, Gene was more successful, finishing in the points twice and accumulating 11 top 10 finishes in total. Marc Gene's career results are as follows: 1999 17th place, 2019 place, 2003 17th place, 2004 23rd place. Francisco Godia-Sales was born on March 21, 1921, in Barcelona. He was the first Spaniard to start a Grand Prix. His career began at the 1951 Spanish Grand Prix and concluded at the 1958 German Grand Prix. Throughout this time, he raced alongside legendary drivers such as Juan Jover, Roberto MERHI, Luigi Musso, Sterling Moss, Sergio Mantovani, Jean Berra, Cesare Perdisa, Piero Taruffi, Umberto Maglioli, Luigi Villoresi, Joe Bonnier, Giorgio Scarlatti, Juan Manuel Fangio, Carlos Menditegui, Harry Skell, Wolfgang Seidel, Troy Ruttman, and Hans Hermann. He competed in all his Grand Prix driving a Maserati. His best starting position was 9th, and his best finish was 4th. Francisco Godia-Sales passed away on November 28, 1990, in Barcelona, at the age of 69. Godia-Sales competed in 5 Formula One seasons, participating in 15 Grand Prix and starting 13 of them. With only 5 retirements, Godia-Sales managed to complete 583 laps or 4,530 kilometers and earned 6 points in his career. Godia-Sales wasn't a qualifying master, which is why he only had one top 10 start and generally began races from the back of the grid. Even that sole 9th place was second to last, as only 10 drivers participated. However, all 8 of his finishes were in the top 10, and 2 of those brought him points for 4th place finishes, just shy of the coveted podium. Thanks to 2 points finishes, Francisco Godia-Sales ended 1956 in 9th place. In his other 4 seasons, he was not classified. Opening our top 5 Spanish drivers is Jaime Victor Alguersuari Escudero, born on March 23, 1990, in Barcelona. His debut was at the 2009 Hungarian Grand Prix, where Jaime became the youngest Formula One driver until Max Verstappen's debut in 2015. As a participant in the Red Bull Junior program, Jaime debuted with the sister team Toro Rosso, becoming teammates with Sebastian Buemi. During his time in Formula One, his best starting position was 6th, and his best finishing position was 7th. His last Formula One race was the 2011 Brazilian Grand Prix, after which both he and his teammate Sebastian Buemi were replaced by 2 new Red Bull protégés, but that's a story for another time. Alguersuari started all of his 46 Grand Prix, participating in 3 Formula One seasons. If measuring distance, Alguersuari completed 2,380 laps, which equals 12,118 kilometers, and if not for 11 retirements, this number could have been even more impressive. As for points, he accumulated 31, largely thanks to the modern scoring system. Alguersuari primarily remained in the first or second qualifying segments and only made it into the top 10 3 times. Jaime finished in the points 10 times, and on a remarkable 7 occasions, he just lacked a bit of pace and luck, remaining 1 step away from scoring points. Jaime finished his debut Formula One season in 24th place, his second season in 2010 in 19th place, and his final 2011 season in 14th place. After his racing career, he became a DJ under the pseudonym Squire. Alfonso de Portago, or his full name Alfonso de Borja Cabeza de Vaca de Portago, was born on October 11, 1928, in London, Great Britain. His career was short-lived, starting at the 1956 French Grand Prix and tragically ending after the 1957 Argentine Grand Prix on May 2, 1957, during the Mille Miglia race between Goito and Guidazzolo. Just 120 kilometers from the finish, a tire on his Ferrari 335S burst, causing him to crash into a crowd lined along the highway at 240 kilometers per hour. The accident also killed 9 spectators, including 5 children. Portago's body was torn in 2. He was only 28 years old. De Portago competed in all his Grand Prix driving for Ferrari, where he had many great teammates, including Peter Collins, Olivier Gendebien, Juan Manuel Fangio, Eugenio Castellati, Luigi Musso, Wolfgang von Trips, José Froilán González, Mike Hawthorne, and Cesare Perdisa. Despite a rather mediocre best starting position, Alfonso was for a long time the only Spaniard to achieve a Formula One podium finish, thanks to his second-place finish at the 1956 British Grand Prix, where he shared one car with the Briton Peter Collins. In 2 seasons, Alfonso de Portago participated in only 5 Grand Prix and 5 races, retiring 3 times. However, both of his finishes were in the points, earning him 4 career points. Due to such a short stint in Formula One, Alfonso only completed 167 laps and 1,032 kilometers. Alfonso only started a race 4 times and once replaced José Froilán González mid-race. The finishing positions also have an interesting story. At the 1956 British Grand Prix, Alfonso de Portago was classified in both 2nd place, shared with Peter Collins, and 10th place, shared with Eugenio Castellati. At the end of 1956, Alfonso de Portago finished 18th, and in 1957, 21st. The photo on the left is quite famous and is called The Kiss of Death, showing actress Linda Christian kissing Alfonso de Portago during a brief stop in Cavriana, shortly before the fatal car accident. On December 25, 2023, the biographical drama film, Ferrari, was released, which also features the story of Alfonso de Portago. Opening our top 3 is a driver who competed in Formula One from 1999 to 2012 for teams like Arrows, Jaguar, HRT, BMW Sauber, McLaren, and Sauber. He was a teammate to Tora Takagi, Jos Verstappen, Eddie Irvine, Kimi Räikkönen, Kamui Kobayashi, and Narain Karthikeyan. This is Pedro de la Rosa, or his full name Pedro Martínez de la Rosa. De la Rosa was born on February 24, 1971, in Barcelona, Catalonia. De la Rosa's first Formula One race was the 1999 Australian Grand Prix, and his last was the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix. Pedro's best starting position was 4th, while his best finish was a 2nd-place podium. De la Rosa competed in 107 Formula One Grand Prix, starting 105 of them. In almost half of his races, precisely 49 times, he couldn't reach the finish. Despite this, he managed to earn 35 points, achieve 1 podium finish, and set 1 fastest lap in a race. Over the 9 seasons he participated in, he completed 4,517 laps or 22,380 kilometers, which is equivalent to half the Earth's equator. For most of his career, De La Rosa raced for underdog teams, which meant he mostly started in the latter half of the grid. But whenever the opportunity arose, he managed to start in the top 10 a remarkable 15 times, and another 16 times he started very close to it. Thanks to his long career, Pedro de la Rosa has finishes in every position from 5th, where he finished 4 times, all the way to 22nd, where he finished once. He only finished higher than 5th place once. Pedro de la Rosa's career results were as follows: 1999 18th place, 2000 16th place, 2001 16th place, 2002 21st place, 2005 20th place, 2006 11th place with McLaren, 2010 17th place, 2011 20th place, and his worst was 2012 25th place with HRT. In 2022, Pedro de la Rosa became an Aston Martin ambassador.
Smooth operator, smooth operator.
Taking a respectable 2nd place is Carlos Sainz Vázquez de Castro, born on September 1, 1994, in Madrid. Carlos debuted in Formula One at the 2015 Australian Grand Prix under number 55 and continues to race to this day. Currently, Carlos Sainz has been teammates with Max Verstappen, Daniil Kvyat, Pierre Gasly, Nico Hülkenberg, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, and Alexander Albon. He has raced for Toro Rosso, Renault, McLaren, Ferrari, and Williams. He is the first Spaniard in our ranking to start from pole position and the first to win a Formula One Grand Prix. In his 11 seasons in Formula One, Carlos Sainz has participated in 218 Grand Prix, starting 215 of them, with only 40 retirements. He has so far completed 11,585 laps, which is 57,835 kilometers, already more than the Earth's equator. Out of this distance, he led the race for 300 laps or 1,533 kilometers. In his ongoing career, he has earned 1,284.5 points, achieved 27 podium finishes, started from pole position 6 times, set the fastest lap 4 times, and secured victory in 4 Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz has started from every possible grid position except 22nd. He has started in the top 10 a remarkable 144 times, and his favorite starting position is 7th, from which he has started a remarkable 23 times. Out of 175 finishes, 144 were in the top 10, the same number as his top 10 starting positions. If we look at podium finishes, that's 4 first places, 7 second places, and 16 third places. Carlos Sainz has had a very good career. In his debut year, 2015, he finished 15th in the championship. In 2016, he climbed to 12th place. In 2017, he finished in the top 10 for the first time, in 9th place. For his full season with Renault, he took 10th place. In 2019 and 2020, driving for McLaren, he secured 6th place in the championships. In his 4 years at Ferrari, he finished 5th in the championship 3 times and 7th once in 2023. Currently, he is racing for Williams and is in 13th place after the Spanish Grand Prix. What do you think? Can Carlos Sainz become the most successful Spanish driver in Formula One history? No surprises here, of course. The best Spaniard to ever compete in Formula One is the legendary Fernando Alonso Diaz. He was born on July 29, 1981, in Oviedo, Asturias. He debuted at the 2001 Australian Grand Prix and continues to race in Formula One many years later. He has competed for many different teams: Minardi, twice for Renault, twice for McLaren, for Ferrari, Alpine, and currently for Aston Martin. His teammates have included Tarso Marcus, Alex Young, Jarno Trulli, Jacques Villeneuve, Giancarlo Fisichella, Lewis Hamilton, Nelsinho Piquet, Romain Grosjean, Felipe Massa, Kimi Räikkönen, Jenson Button, Stoffel van Dorn, Esteban Ocon, and Lance Stroll. His best starting and finishing position is, of course, first place. When fixed numbers for drivers were introduced in Formula One in 2014, he chose number 14 in honor of competing with that number in karting. Currently, Alonso is in his 22nd season, a record among all drivers. During this time, he has participated in 413 Grand Prix, started 410 races, retired 80 times, completed 22,244 laps, and led for 1,773 of those laps. In terms of kilometers, he has almost covered 3 Earth equators, specifically 111,392 kilometers, leading for 8,673 of them. He has earned 2,339 points, achieved 106 podium finishes, started from pole position 22 times, set the fastest lap 26 times, and claimed victory 32 times, including 5 hat tricks. In Singapore in 2010, he even achieved a Grand Slam, awarded for pole position plus win plus fastest lap plus leading from start to finish. Throughout his career, Alonso has started from almost every grid position, except for 23rd, and he started from the top 10 a remarkable 284 times. Also, in most cases, Alonso finished in the top 10, winning 32 times, coming in second 40 times, and finishing third 34 times. Fernando Alonso's worst season is still considered to be his debut year with the Minardi team, where he finished 23rd. After moving to Renault, Alonso finished 6th in 2003, 4th in 2004, and became Formula One World Champion in 2005 and 2006. After transferring to McLaren in a tense championship battle, he finished 3rd, losing to champion Kimi Räikkönen by just 1 point. His return to Renault brought him 5th place in 2008 and 9th place in 2009. During his time at Ferrari, he became a vice-champion 3 times, in 2 of which he lost to the champion by only 4 and 3 points respectively. With just 11 more points, Alonso could now be a 5-time world champion. In 2011, Alonso was 4th, and in 2014, 6th. After returning to McLaren, his results declined. 17th place in 2015, 10th in 2016, 15th in 2017, and 11th in 2018 forced Alonso to leave Formula One for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, where he twice became the winner of this legendary marathon. However, a couple of years later, he returned with Alpine, finishing 10th in 2021 and 9th in 2022. He then moved to Aston Martin, where he currently competes. His results were 4th place in 2023 and 9th in 2024. After the 2025 Spanish Grand Prix, Alonso currently sits in 18th place. So, that was the list of all Spanish drivers in Formula 1. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and let us know in the comments what other videos like this you'd like to see. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.